Your city, your news. From the campus of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, this is the Omaha News.
Another reprieve for inmates on death row in Nebraska. One state senator shares his opinions on the future of capital punishment in the Cornhusker state.
And mixing alcohol with energy drinks might not be the greatest way to spend a Saturday night. But good afternoon, I'm Cody Banks.
And I'm Lindsay Carsey. We'll have those stories for you in a moment, but first we go to Lori Dutcher, who joins us live with breaking news about Omaha Mayor Mike Fahey's news conference on the proposal to build a downtown baseball park. Lori?
Thanks, Lindsay. Well, actually, it looks like after weighing the options, the CWS Oversight Committee feels the best option is to build a new stadium rather than renovating. The preferred location for the stadium would be in Lot C and E at the Quest Center. The cost of the new stadium looks like it's going to be around $128 plus an existing $12 million debt that remains to be paid on the last renovation of Rosenblatt. However, Ken Stinson says after fundraising efforts and private donors, the cost to the public will be around $59 million. He says that's about the same amount that it would cost the public to renovate the Blatt. Public funds will come from Keno, adding a $2 tax or adding $2 to the price of car rental, and also most controversial, a 1% increase in hotel tax. Ken Stinson addressed this at the news conference.
Tax rate. I think it has been noted a number of occasions that that would put Omaha among the highest tax rates on hotel rooms in the country. But I think the important rest of the story is that according to Business Travel News, Omaha ranks 81st in the country of the top 100 cities in the total cost of a hotel room. And when you do the analysis, a 1% increase in the tax rate moves us from 81st to 80th. So it has minimal impact on the overall competitive position of Omaha in terms of hotel cost.
It's important to note that there were no representatives from Mecca at the news conference. There will be a public meeting and debate about this on March 6th. Back to you, Cody and Lindsay.
Thank you, Lori. The stadium isn't the only debate in Nebraska. Early this month, the Nebraska Supreme Court ruled that its sole method of execution was unconstitutional.
Lori Dutcher returns to show how activists in Nebraska hope to get rid of the death penalty completely. A moratorium was placed on the death penalty.
On February 8th, Nebraskans said goodbye to the electric chair after it was deemed cruel and unusual punishment. So what happens now?
We come down to the final solution, in my mind, is to hire a hitman.
Senator Cruz is kidding, of course, but he says that's the level of absurdity this discussion has reached. He uses this example to show the seriousness of killing innocent people. We've
accepted collateral damage. It's okay to kill an innocent person or two just so that we wipe out the other. The whole thing's so goofy.
Curtis McCarty knows firsthand what it's like to be an innocent man on death row.
And every argument that you hear in favor of capital punishment are false.
McCarty spent 19 years on death row before being exonerated. Supporters of the death penalty feel it deters crime.
It would for most of us, for you and me, because we want to live. But there's no evidence that it deters crime for the violent persons in our society, but certainly they deserve to die. The question is whether I deserve to kill them.
There's a responsibility that nobody should have.
With LB 1063, which would repeal the death penalty, still being considered, it appears those opposed will have to continue to wait, knowing that at least for now, there is no way of carrying out an execution. For the Omaha News, I'm Lori Dutcher.
A moratorium was placed on the death penalty as a result of the court's decision. If Nebraska legislators pass LB 1063, the death penalty will be replaced by life in prison with no chance of parole. All-night cram sessions, working late, and taking 15 credit hours is how many students live. Students are drinking more energy drinks to stay awake during their classes. Kirsten Voigt tells us how some students are taking those energy drinks into the nightlife.
Energy drinks are made to stimulate the nervous system, while alcohol suppresses our ability to process and reason.
It's like speed, so it revs up your thinking, it makes your body react faster, not more accurate, just faster.
Energy drinks like Red Bull and Rockstar are now being mixed with alcohol.
So now we have a fast depressed person. So it's kind of similar to driving your car with one foot on the brake and one foot on the gas.
So if it's so dangerous, why do they continue to mix alcohol with energy drinks?
What I know about why kids are drinking them is likely because the fact that they can drink longer and they can drink more, and it also masks the sense of intoxication, which is a huge danger when you think about people drinking and driving.
The caffeine revs drinkers up, so they have more energy. However, they end up with a depressed brain and a rapid heart rate. The companies that sell energy drinks mixed with alcohol market them the same as they would any other drink. It's extremely difficult to pick out which one contains alcohol. Can you? The only way to tell is by looking on the back. The energy drinks has a nutritional table, while the ones with alcohol only has the Surgeon General's warning. For the Omaha News, I'm Kirsten Voigt.
There hasn't been extensive research on the effects of the mix. Until more is found out, consumers must use their own judgment when consuming the two together.
In Vote 2008 election coverage, Democrats Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton faced off in a live debate last night in Ohio. Moderators Tim Russert and Brian Williams pounded Obama and Clinton with questions ranging from health care to the next month's Russian presidential election. Clinton questioned Obama about his qualifications and ability to lead the country, while Obama took Clinton to task over her vote giving the president the power to go to war in Iraq.
Local filmmakers got their chance to screen their own films at this year's Omaha Film Festival. Moviegoers and Omaha news reporter Nicholas Peterson showed up for an interesting lineup of films.
Many types of films were showcased at this year's Omaha Film Festival, which took place at Westwood Cinema 8. 11 narrative feature films, 6 documentary feature films, and 41 short films were picked out of 400 entries and screened at the festival. The festival is a nonprofit organization that was established in 2005.
The Omaha Film Festival is in its 3rd year, and this is the 2nd year in a row at Westwood Cinema 8.
The event also offered an Edge late night series in which 4 darker, edgier films are showcased. The Edge series turned out to be popular amongst horror film fans. There were also some other exclusive screenings like
Sleepwalking, which is Charlize Theron was the producer and she was the lead actress in it. That just screened at Sundance. That was its world debut, and we were actually had an opportunity to screen that in its 2nd screening. So we had that in as our opening night film, and I think people responded well to it. And it's going to have theatrical distribution coming up in I think a couple of months. So
the week-long event brought in nationally known writers and directors like Shane Black, Joe Bokenkamp, and Jeff Kitchen.
Anyone that was written by anyone or has anything to do with anybody that's in Nebraska are getting a lot of buzz and the biggest crowds.
With the screenwriting classes, film conferences, the diverse films showcased, and the talent involved, the Omaha Film Festival definitely remains exciting and can get Omaha more involved and to appreciate films of all kinds. For the Omaha News, I'm Nick Peterson.
The award ceremony for the festival was last Sunday, and the film that took home the Audience Award and Jury Prize Feature Film Award was The Flyboys, which is directed by Rocco DeVilliers. The festival ended on a high note with hopes of an even bigger turnout in years to come. Coming up next, we will brush up on how you can keep your teeth cavity free.
The football season ended just a few months ago, and we'll take a look at the new Maverick football team is doing to prepare for next season. Stay tuned. You're watching the Omaha News.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on the Knowledge Network.
If your days get out of control, reset your attitude by setting your radio to KVNO, Classical 90.7. Discover your own personal oasis of serenity on KVNO, Classical 90.7. Drugs, crime, prostitution, hunger. Visit yesomaha.org and donate to Youth Emergency Services. Help take homeless kids off the streets before something else does.
The average woman smiles 62 times a day, while a man smiles 8 times a day. Munira Amidi will give us tips on how to keep your pearly whites bright and healthy.
Make sure it doesn't get...
It's not fun going to dentists. Mary Frickmanson, who have a patient-client relationship with the dentist for several years. She doesn't like to see her friend in his mask, but she keeps on coming. It's important to take care of your teeth to avoid tenderness, aches, or any other symptoms. Dentists suggest to brush your teeth twice a day, if not 3 times.
Usually just once a day. And I know that's not enough. I should do it twice a day.
Dr. Steiner says patients who don't participate in their dental care often deal with tooth decay.
That's where the patient participation is really, really important. I mean, I can do the finest dentistry in the world, but if I have a patient that's not going to participate in their dental care, it really creates a lot of problems for both of us.
The best thing you can do to help prevent tooth decay is to brush and floss your teeth. By avoiding sweets, you can prevent tooth decay. Having healthy teeth will make your smile look good. Even Mary Frickmanson wasn't happy coming to dentist, but she left as a happy customer. For the Omaha News, I'm Munira Amini.
Dentists recommend that you schedule an exam every 6 months.
In Mavericks sports news, after an almost perfect season, the UNO Mavericks football team did not go out on a high note. But as Jared Benson reports, a few months after the season's close, the Mavericks are already hard at work in preparation for next year.
This is where you will find the Mavericks now, working hard and still having fun at the weight room in the field house. For assistant coach Anatolu, this season has put renewed emphasis on an old school philosophy.
No matter what the players, what the team, where the place is, you always have to respect your opponents and know, hey, we have to come out 100% and give it our all, or you never know what could happen.
The last game the UNO Mavericks football team played was here at Caniglia Field, which resulted in a disappointing 17-20 loss to Central Washington, a team that they'd beaten only 2 weeks prior in the regular season.
This was the play, a 100-plus yard kickoff return after a Maverick field goal that spurred Central Washington's comeback with under 3 minutes left. It led to a Zach Miller interception and a go-ahead touchdown for the Wildcats.
From now until spring, it's going to be a lot of man sweat and a lot of tutelage of the newcomers in preparation for the 2008 season.
It's going to be tough to go 10-0, but that's not what we're worried about. We're worried about working hard, winning ball games, getting into the playoffs, and then making a run.
This was the most successful team in school history since the 1954 Indians team that won the Tangerine Bowl. The Mavericks won the last year of the NCC Conference and will look to take the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association by storm. For Maverick Sports, I'm Jared Benson.
Coach Pat Burns rates this year's recruiting class high after he signed 22 high school recruits earlier this month. UNO will open the 2008 season with a home game against the University of Nebraska at Kearney Lopers.
When we return, the UNO Lady Mavs golf team is getting ready for their spring season.
And we'll speak with Kate O'Day, a senior at the UNO Mavericks golf team. Stay tuned. You're watching the Omaha News.
Take a look at UNO and you'll find a school that can pretty much be everything to everyone. We have that big city feel and a sense of community that creates a close, friendly campus. Our professors and resources contribute to our great reputation in the city and the region. So whether you're just starting out, transferring, earning a degree online, or choosing a new path in life, you'll be able to find what you want.
Hello, Mav fans. I'm Tori Pantalian. Join me each month to catch all the news on all the sports at UNO. Watch Maverick Sports right here on the Knowledge Network.
With 4 seniors returning, the Lady Mavs golf team can't wait to get the spring season underway. When most college students are home asleep, the UNO Lady Mavs golf team is up weight training. Golf is not a sport that is linked with weight training, but these ladies show that they can pump iron with the best of them.
Weight training, basically it makes us stronger. It'll help us hit the ball further. Hopefully it helps with flexibility and stuff like that. And also we do a little bit of conditioning, so carrying the bag on our back and walking up hills kind of helps a little bit.
It's not all smiling faces for the early morning workouts.
But, you know, it's worth it in the end. I mean, I myself am not a morning person, but it kind of helps get your day started anyway. So it's kind of good.
When the Lady Mavs are not weight training, they would like to be outdoors practicing. But the frigid Nebraska temperature prevents them from doing so. Thanks to the UNO Golf Lab, the ladies are able to practice no matter the weather. The lab will help them achieve their goals.
We want to win regionals and make it to nationals again, and we're going to try and get into the top 5 at nationals. Our best finish has been 7th, so we want to get up in the top 5.
A top 5 finish is not the team's only priority.
In my priorities, the team's priorities, academics are first, the golf team is second, family, and then they have their priorities after that.
But at the end of the day,
the important parts of this team is to have fun. And so we're going to work hard, but we're going to have some fun doing it.
And with us today is UNO Golfer Cato Day. Hi, Kate. How you doing?
Hi, good.
Okay, so we just heard Coach Nelson say the most important thing is to have fun. How do you and the team have fun?
We do a lot of like outside team bonding activities away from the golf course and things like that. At practice too, we like to play some games just to mix things up a little bit.
What kind of team bonding you do like off the course?
We like to go bowling every now and then, or we'll have like movie nights, or I'll go to dinner or something like that.
So talk about the team aspect of golf, since most people perceive golf as an individual sport.
Yeah, it is individual based, but when you're out there playing, you know that you want to do your best, because ultimately you want to do the best for the team.
Okay, and golf is also a mental sport. Mm-hmm. Like in football and track, you get real pumped up. How do you mentally prepare for a tournament, though?
Mentally preparing, Just going into my week before practice, just thinking about it every day, what I want to do this weekend and my goals.
And how's the early morning weight training?
Ready to be done. No, it's fun though. It's good for us. It gets us ready, so.
And that's at 6:30 in the morning, so that has to be really rough getting up that early and lift weights.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. You get used to it though, going every day, so.
And what is like the most challenging workout, weight training workout that you do?
Right now we're in our Olympic lifting stage, so a lot of the heavier lifts are harder for us, even since we are girls and stuff, but we make it through.
And so golf is, like most athletes have superstition.
Mm-hmm.
What is your golf superstition?
Usually every season I kind of have a song that I'll listen to before I get out of the van to start warming up, so usually I got to listen to that one so I have it in my head while I'm playing.
So have you got your song for this season coming up?
I don't have it picked out yet. Have to look into that. Better get going.
So what were some of the past songs you had?
This past season, our fall season, I listened to Tim McGraw's How Bad Do You Want It? It helps.
So now golf isn't a glamour sport to some people. I know to you it is. But I mean, like little kids, they don't grow up like, I want to be golfers, unless their parents or some play golf. How did you get started in golf?
I got started. My dad, I have an older sister, so he got us started playing golf, and that was basically how I started playing, and I followed in my sister's footsteps. So.
We were also talking earlier how you golfed down in Australia. Talk about that.
Yeah, that was the summer after my senior year of high school. I got to go down there with some kids from the Midwest, and we played a bunch of different courses. It was cool, definitely different.
Yeah, okay, one question. What are your thoughts about women not being able to play at Augusta?
I don't agree with it, but I guess I don't know the reasoning behind why they can't play. I don't see why they shouldn't be able to play, so shouldn't be there, shouldn't be happening.
And speaking of women playing with men, what are your thoughts about Michelle Wie?
Michelle Wie, more power to her for trying, but I don't know. She's kind of a crybaby when it comes down to a lot of things.
Well, thank you, Kate, for being with us today. You're watching the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network. Coming up next, we preview New Waves, New Works, a product of the UNO Theater Department.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV Crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV Crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
If your days get out of control, reset your attitude by setting your radio to KVNO, Classical 90.7. Discover your own personal oasis of serenity on KVNO, Classical 90.7.
Congenital heart defects are the most common birth defect and the #1 cause of death from birth defects occurring during the first year of life. Help save little hearts. Support the Midwest Heart Connection. Go to MidwestHeartConnection.com. Little hearts, big miracles.
The UNO Theater Department is trying something new. Instead of putting on one play this time of year, it's presenting an entire festival. Justin Tatum gives us a preview of the upcoming New Ways, New Works Festival and shows us some of the work that goes into it.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha Theater Department is presenting the New Ways, New Works Festival, featuring new plays and new ways of theater performance at the Weber Fine Arts Building on the campus of UNO.
We've got a lot of different types of plays, so 5 for the main stage and then 6 short plays for the late night. So altogether, with the New Ways and New Works combined, this festival will have 7 world premieres and 5 regional premieres. It's a way not only to expose our students to new ways of doing theater and to new works by new playwrights, but also our audiences as well.
It's also something Omaha rarely gets to see.
I think that this is going to be something that is really unique to Omaha, and the theater festivals happen in a lot of different countries around the world and in a lot of major cities around the United States, but Omaha doesn't have a major theater festival.
Shannon Jackson is a senior at UNO.
I play Ellie in Kauai Sue, which is a one-woman show, and then I play the woman in End of Limerence, which is a 2-person show, and then I'm directing one of the Faust 10-minute shows in the Late Night Festival.
The Late Night Festival will feature mostly comedy sketches. For the Omaha News, I'm Justin Tatum.
The festival will run February 28th through March 2nd and March 5th through the 9th. Curtains will open at 7:30 p.m. for the event, and Friday and Saturday night will feature a 10:30 p.m. late show.
The memory of Brittany Williams will live on in a memorial scholarship established by UNO. Williams, a UNO student, was shot late last month by a sniper while waiting in North Omaha drive-thru. Her dream was to pursue a higher education. The scholarship will be awarded to juniors at UNO who have a 3.0 grade point average or above. Next week on the Omaha News, a blind dog is making plenty of friends at the local hospital.
And March is Red Cross Month. We'll show you the importance of donating blood and plasma. For all of us at the Omaha News, thank you for watching.